Welcome back to Jelly Park Recreation and Sports Centre, Burnside, Christchurch. We have already seen 3 lots of medals decided, our 4th and final game at the New Zealand 18 and under national championships for water polo. It is Canterbury versus Tauranga. This is the men's final, and there is the Canterbury side. Darius Porter, Sam Rochford, another 2 sets of brothers. Jake there in number 6, Ben Morrison, Mo Gath, Caleb Stewart, Jonty Moore, Isaac Aiken, Thomas Bainbridge, Sam and Pat O'Neill, Lockie Fraser and Ben Steele. Lockie's dad sadly can't be here today, but he's informed me via the power of social media he is sitting, he is watching, so hopefully you will enjoy the result that comes your way. Tauranga, though, will be hoping to upset the party. Jack Hitchfield, Max Millington, Braden Dew, Sam Jones, Cooper Gibson, Ethan Carrington, Angus Porter, Louis Schooler, James Kramer Pickering, Teo Boss, Joseph Cook, Noah Orchard, and Jack Preston. And I'll ask the same question to you, Kurt Goldsworthy, High Performance Manager for New Zealand Water Polo. I'll ask you the same question I asked prior to the women's final. Did you expect to see these 2 teams in the final?
Tauranga I knew would be there or thereabouts. Canterbury have been strong in the last couple of years, really rebuilding really well, as we saw in their girls coming through into the finals. And the Canterbury boys did have a pretty hefty loss in the round robin game, but have been the significant improvers throughout the tournament, and they're quite deep. They're big, they're strong, they're fast, with no real standouts.
So what is it about Canterbury and the program that they've put together over the course of these last 2-3 years that you're alluding to, which has seen them in the position where they have an 18 and under side in the national championship final?
There's some good coaches down here. You've got Zolly Boris and Fraser Bickley's come back, as we saw coaching. They were probably instrumental in the start, and then there's some good supporting cast. Matt Bryant's moved down here. He's a former New Zealand player for years, just recently retired out of our high performance program. He's now living down here, married another water polo player, Alex Boyd, who was another phenomenal player in her own right on the national sides. So they've got good people, and they're now doing some really good things.
So Tauranga, you expected them to be there or thereabouts. Again, this is an established program in terms, I suppose, of maybe a bit longer than the 2-3 year program we're talking with Canterbury.
Yeah, Tauranga have been significant movers, and water polo's been strong down there for the last 4 or 5 years. They're now producing some very good athletes, both genders. So,
and also doing some different things as well. There was water polo in the harbour.
Yes, yeah.
Middle of last year, I think it was. We're underway. This is the final, and the crowd, as you can hear, incredibly partisan as you get in this parts of the world. So Canterbury with their first shoes, Canterbury with the white caps, Tauranga with the blue. Very much on point in terms of their provincial colours anyway. White trim with red. You can see Mo Gath in the number 4 for Canterbury. It's Ben Morrison in 3, Jonty Moore is in 7. Your referees, Jim Flerschinger and Corbin Hall. The timekeeper is Regan Taylor. You see Darius Porter. Oh, sorry, excuse me, that's Jack Hitchfield in the Tauranga goal. Darius Porter in goal for Canterbury. Anyway, that's Cook. And the ball, opportunity, but baffled away as they look to try and get that into the centre forward position, targeting Max Millington. Jake Rochford, 2 sets of brothers in the Canterbury side, the O'Neills and the Rochfords. There's Jonty Moore. Back across to the top. Shot, great save though. Great work by Hitchfield. Moving sharply. And they go to Noah Orchard. Across to Teo Boss, cap number 10.
He has a cannon. He's a very powerful shooter.
Looking, shot clock down to 8.
As does Louis Schuler.
Little flick over the top. Time running out. No, 3 still left on the shot clock. Shot clock expires. No. Now it does. Good defence by Canterbury. As they move back up the pool. It's Ben Morrison in 3. Looking at his options, comes away to this left-hand side where he finds Sam O'Neill is in 10. That's Sam with the ball now. Oh, picked off too easily there by Schuler. Back they go to the goalie, Hitchfield. And Jack surveying his options. If you are just joining us, so glad you're with us on Sky Sport Next. 30-second shot clock, 4 6-minute quarters. And should we get to the end of regulation and we're all tied up, we go to a penalty shootout. With the options here, that's Schuler. We heard that's a great, that one comes off the crossbar. You can hear the partisanness of the crowd. You know you're in Canterbury, that's for sure.
Yeah, good work by Darius Porter in the goal.
And we go to Gath, and Gath looking to try and move this upfield and finds Rochford. Good hands by Hitchfield there. Right. Really up and down the pool at the moment. Here's Orchard. Getting taken by Morrison. Going, looking for space. Stolen. Good interception for Canterbury. Bit of an errant pass. No one was really there. Canterbury look to build. To Pat O'Neill. Go back across to Jake Rochford. Going high.
Over the goal line.
And so, just made a little bit nervy from both teams to open up here.
It looks very, very nervy by both teams.
And so, trying to bring a bit of calm is Sam Jones, 4 for Tauranga. And as of yet, we've seen no exclusion. No opportunity for the extra man advantage for either side. Going to the right-hand side, Tauranga. Go over the top. Need the call. It was a nice save anyway by Darius Porter. He looks to outlet quickly. Counter-attack opportunity here for Canterbury. They have to go back. They find O'Neill. That's Pat O'Neill. That one away to Moore. Fires high and wide. Only one troubled by that, the spectators sitting behind the protective net.
Oh, very
flinching
heavy.
Slightly. Just 2 to go in this first quarter. And it's advantage to neither side. The teams, a few wild shots. A couple of good saves from both goalkeepers. All dumped over the top. Oh, we've got our first exclusion. We do, and it's Pat O'Neill. So here's the first opportunity for Tauranga. With the man advantage, 6-on-5. Actually, it's Sam O'Neill, I think, that's moved to the side. To the top. The option. There's the first goal.
Max Millington.
Good finish. And it's the visitors who strike.
Yeah, deceptive there. He sat very low in the water when he shot that. Clearly got it past the blocker.
There he is, Max Millington. So Tauranga take the early advantage as we close in on the end of the first quarter. So Ben Morrison with the ball. With the option going away to the right-hand side where he finds Gath. Tauranga. Shot there by Rochford. Misses. In the final 60 seconds of this encounter. Oh, sorry, I should say of this first quarter of this encounter. Tauranga looking to extend, double their advantage. It's Ethan Gibson, cap number 5. We'll go to Boss.
Boss will want this.
5.
Good field block.
It's really good defence by Canterbury. Needed it too. Still 16 on the shot clock here though for Tauranga. Plenty of time.
Great
That's
shot.
Another one. That's a good strike by Tauranga.
Sam Jones for the backhand.
And that there will just take a little bit of a sting out of the crowd as well. Sam Jones. As we've got 31 seconds to go, 33, excuse me, in the final quarter, first quarter, excuse me. Ball held high there by Sam Rochford. Goes back to Ben Morrison. Continue to work. Here's Pat O'Neill. Working hard on him as
Louis Schuler, great legs.
over the top. Is there an
outstanding
opportunity?
Play by Canterbury. Some very good ball skills.
Good recovery though by Tauranga to snuff the opportunity out.
Yes.
Let's come to the end of the first quarter, and it's Tauranga with a 2-goal advantage. Goals to Max Millington and Sam Jones. So after our opening 6 minutes, Tauranga 2, Canterbury 0. And after what was, we acknowledged, a bit of a nervy start by both teams, Tauranga just settled quicker. Is that what you saw?
Yeah, I thought Canterbury started well. Tauranga have come hard out of the blocks in most games. And Canterbury looked like they had less nerves right at the start. And then things started to shift, exactly as you said, around the other way.
As we see the respective coaching staffs, David Cooper for Tauranga. And you get a shot of Canterbury. It's Max Bryant, former New Zealand representative, as Kurt Goldsworthy alluded to, back in the Canterbury area, and part of a very successful program rebuild at the moment. And from your point of view, I guess, as a high performance manager, it's nice to have little strongholds like we know there's good strength in Auckland, particularly over on the North Shore, but to have, in a country which has 2 islands, to have another good program in the other island, how significant, how beneficial is that to you in your role?
Oh, absolutely. It's very important to have good people down here trying to develop the entire region. And some of those coaches are trying to develop beyond Canterbury as well, into the Otago area and Marlborough. So we've got some good development. But there are plenty of athletes that, as they start to get good, move into a college system, perhaps up in Auckland.
So here comes the second quarter underway. And flying through there was Tauranga, but Canterbury come away with the ball. And they win the swim off to start the second quarter. I spoke a little bit about the prospects for the young New Zealand female athletes. Got a higher world ranking at the moment. The big decision made not to send a team to try and qualify for the Olympic Games. 2024 is obviously the goal. In terms of the men's game on the world stage, I mean, yes, likewise, they're always going to be overshadowed a little bit by Australia again, who's got another very, very good program. How much harder is it for the men's program to get to the positions of qualifying for World Championships, qualifying for Olympic Games, that sort of thing?
It's significantly different because there's more teams ahead of us, especially in Europe. Europe is really the stronghold of water polo in that Slav area.
Oh,
that
good
was
save.
That was well worked by Canterbury.
But a good save as well, reactionary from Jack Hitchfield, because that looked for all the world like it was past him left-hand side. Great reaction to get up out of the water and fling the arm to the left.
Yeah, and he went back to his left, moving to his right. Very difficult for a goalkeeper.
We've got an exclusion here. I think that's Sam O'Neill that has been pushed out. Yes, it is. So we have an exclusion and another goal for Tauranga.
Jammed it in the near side again.
That's a great start to the second quarter, and they extend that lead to 3. Well, they're taking advantage when they have had. I think that's 2 for 2 on.
It is indeed.
The 6-on-5s. Canterbury just need to settle, need to get a goal. Just get one on the board, get the crowd back into it at the moment. They secured an exclusion. That's Pat O'Neill. No. Moving away. It's Sam. There's Pat O'Neill. Oh, misses. They had a good lane to get the shot through on. Just missed the target.
Did indeed. Put it into the post.
4.5 to go on this second. So Canterbury creating the opportunities. That's a positive they're going to have to try and hang their hat on and not get too frustrated at the moment at the fact that it's not coming together. We've already seen in our previous 3 games, yes, a little advantage can be eaten away.
Yes.
If you are patient, being the key aspect.
Yep.
Teo Boss just unleashes one.
Yeah, good block by Darius Porter.
And Canterbury. Back away. Want to work to that right-hand side. That's Sam Rochford in 2 and Jake Rochford in 6. Well, the Rochfords on the right-hand side. Here's Mo Gath. Miss.
Louis Schuler's away. Working hard for the exclusion on this near side.
I do. He's got a little bit of a goal. A little bit of a break, excuse me. Looking. Trying to work to get that exclusion. It goes back. Quickly moved to that is Angus Porter. Over the top. Working to the top. That's Boss. Looking, trying to create. Looking to turn. And there, Pat O'Neill. Shot clock is down to 5. Just going to lob one. Porter had to be good. One looked like it might have been dropping. They take by Ben Morrison. Over the top, looking in front of goal, Canterbury.
Good entry pass. Penalty awarded.
A chance for the home side to get on the board. And you just hear any time an opportunity is created, they get the crowd back into it. Jake Rochford swimming forward, and he'll take the penalty.
Oh, no. Oh, yes.
Just got it underneath.
Snuck it in.
Kurt Goldsworthy thought that maybe he got blocked out by Hitchfield. He got it under there.
Oh, it sounded like a lot of post to me.
Canterbury, though.
They certainly needed that. Get them underway.
Right. 3-1 is the advantage at the moment as Tauranga make a couple of changes. Body's coming out of the water. Canterbury. Oh, that's a good block.
Yeah.
Pat O'Neill getting up. Tauranga still retained though. 15 left on the shot clock.
Yeah, good hard work at centre forward.
And lobbing over. It's going to take a while to go and retreat that. Shot clock down to 7. Oh, reverse, but another good save by Darius Porter. That was Max Millington.
Yeah, he's got lots of skills, does Max.
It goes back to Moore. Now Morrison.
Another good entry pass. No angle.
Went for the lob over the top.
Yeah, poor angle for a right-hander down on that deep catch.
And Hitchfield with the lead out pass left-hand side for Tauranga. Have the advantage by 2. Just over a couple to go on this one. Reaching it again. Very active defensively is Pat O'Neill. Cap number 11. Here's Boss. Finds Ethan Carrington, who's come on. Shot clock at 8. Going to try and lob that one over the top. Misses. And Canterbury to come back. So less than 2 to play now, second quarter. 4 6-minute quarters. Clock does stop as well. Certain situations. There goes Schuler. There's a little inch trying to get that entry pass in. Been taken away though by Tauranga. Trying to get that ball into Sam O'Neill. Nice defensive work there by Tauranga. Hitchfield barking out the instructions. Goes straight down the middle. Schuler using his size and athleticism. Looking to the right-hand side now where he finds Porter. Trying to find a spot.
Oh, wide.
Going out quickly. Can Darius Porter get
Yes,
there and
he
claim
can.
the ball? Yes, he can. And quick outlet pass as well.
Yeah, well done by Darius Porter there.
And here comes Jake Rochford down the right-hand side. Met by a Tauranga defender. Just monsters him. Big shot.
You probably didn't need to take that.
I was going to say a touch impatient, still with about 30 odd on the clock. Oh, sorry, about 15 or 16 on the clock, excuse me. Gives a fresh 30 to Tauranga. Already that's down to 17. Ian O'Neill. Geez, working really hard defensively, Pat O'Neill. Over the top, Tauranga looking. That's a great goal.
Yeah, T.O. Boss stepping over his legs. He's about 6'3". And egg beating up nice and high, shooting long corner.
4-1. To those non-water polo aficionados, explain what you mean by egg beating.
Egg beat is the kick that we use to propel ourselves up and maintain that level. Same in synchronised swimming.
It's interesting. I heard it described by one person as basically you're doing butterfly, but you're doing alternate legs.
Breaststroke.
Yeah, breaststroke, sorry.
Alternate legs.
Alternate legs.
That's correct. But there are lots of different variations depending on on how you are with your body in the position.
Well, I was just thinking personally how poor I am at breaststroke and how awful I was at getting both my legs working at the same time. I could have made a very good water polo player. My legs worked independently to themselves with that particular stroke. Opportunity missed. Maybe there's a veterans category I can start late in life. Here comes Rochford. Canterbury need to get a goal here, but again the ball is being turned over. Tauranga is going to take a long shot. And that brings the first half to an end. And Tauranga have just taken the absolute sting out of this crowd. The air has just been sucked out in that first 12 minutes of this final. Tauranga with the advantage by 4-1. And you just got to say, Kurt, a deserved 3-goal advantage as we head to Oranges.
Yes, definitely. It's not like Canterbury haven't had their chances. They've had probably 3 really good chances. They've put 1 of those 3 away. Tauranga probably had 6. So they're both in the game.
Tauranga, though, very efficient when they've got the man advantage.
Yes, very. They got big shooters. Teo Boss has plenty of heat. Louis Schuler, outstanding athlete and great shot. We haven't seen much of him yet. Max Millington with some good skills, and we saw Sam Jones at centre forward do a really nice job. So they're ticking lots of boxes. Okay. Canterbury are working really hard defensively.
Yeah, they are not getting much reward. I think the bigger issue appears to me to be when they're getting down and getting their opportunities, because you mentioned it yourself, they've got a couple of nice entry passes in there, but they haven't been able to convert or get some return, either an exclusion or a clean shot on goal.
Yeah.
So what's Matt Bryant saying now? What does he say to his charges? Down 3, 12 minutes, long time in sport, long time in water polo. What are you saying, though? What are you looking for technically to see better in the second half? Well,
I think we need to see softer hands at the centre forward. Make sure that you can get the shot off. Keep working really hard. You're not out of the game. Let's be honest. 1 goal right now, go to 2 down. Crowd gets back in it. Everybody gets pumped up again. So it's not going to take much for them to get back in. It'll just take, come down, get that 1 chance. Next chance you get, we want to put it away, and we're all right back in it.
Is it actually something you would say as a coach? Do you tell your team, hey, we're playing at home. If we get 1, these folks in the stand get right on our back?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And it does happen, as you said before. It is a cauldron environment. The crowd is so close. And these are young men full of testosterone. They love that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I know there was a little bit of nervousness by some of the organisers when they heard that one person's entire workplace had decided to take a late lunch and come down for the final. By all accounts, it was a reasonably sizable workplace, but we've got a great crowd, good supporters. We've got the other athletes that we've seen in action today in the bronze medal matches for men's and women's, and the gold medal match as well in the women, which was won by North Harbour. They've all stuck around and congregated. There'll be prize givings and stuff to come afterwards, but Canterbury losing the swim off though. Tauranga with first use. Good defensive stand needed by the home side if they're to stay in this one. 4-1. Tauranga with the advantage at the moment. And looking very calm with it in the water too.
Just here, positioning the ball back with Teo Boss to take the outside shot while Louis Schuler was posting up on that side. Another isolation play, effectively working just two athletes.
But it was a defensive stop for Canterbury. Shot has been missed, and Tauranga now with a chance, I should say, to try and grab a goal back. And they need to do that, and need to do it reasonably quickly. Just one goal so far to show. There's a shot. That's a good save by Hitchfield. We had to make a couple early. Hasn't been challenged too much in recent times, but that's good reactionary save. Here comes James Kramer Pickering in 9. That hands off to Noah Orchard in the 12 cap for Tauranga. Get in.
Louis Schuler picking up another exclusion.
Working to this right-hand side. To the top to Orchard. Going, trying to lob it in.
Ball under there.
So the ball ends up in Canterbury's hands. Talk about the likes of a Schuler based on his physiques and the skill that you're talking about. Another one we'll be seeing in the Premier League.
Oh, without a doubt. He played in the World Juniors in Kuwait as well. His brother Joseph's a very good player as well.
So there's opportunity for Tauranga again to try and extend this advantage.
Good attack here by Tauranga.
Carrington with the ball. Going
into Schuler. Another exclusion.
That's just good position, too big, too strong, isn't it?
It is indeed.
The old low post, the big centre in basketball,
exactly
just establishing low post position.
Exactly right. And all the advantage with the attacking team. Oh, good steal.
Needed.
If he can't get away.
That's Sam O'Neill. Still trying to get away.
Oh, the good speed showing here.
This is good. This is an opportunity. Got to take it.
Penalty.
And there's the crowd. Exactly what Canterbury needs. Exactly what Kurt Goldsworthy was alluding to. National High Performance Manager providing the expert analysis. My name's Nigel Yolden. So glad you're with us on Sky Sport Next. This is the final game of Finals Day. New Zealand 18 and under. National Championships. Tauranga leading by 4-2 now.
Good shot, Gaff. Up to the challenge. Knowing it was important, still managed to put it away.
3:44 left, third quarter. Another defensive stop and a goal. And then you really start to see the walls start to shudder a bit in Christchurch from this support. Great crowd. Tauranga's got their fair share of support too, though. You hear that whenever they do something well.
Oh.
O'Neill not happy.
It looked like Teo Boss put the ball under.
It goes to this right-hand side.
Good stop, Darius Porter. Low angle shot from Noah Orchard.
So 20 left, 20 on the clock. Ball coming in from the right-hand side. Reaching and getting it.
Working hard on this left side is Louis Schuler. And he's isolated.
That's gracious me, there's some real competition just to the left-hand side of that screen. Thomas Bainbridge working overtime.
No, there's two of them, that'll be why.
Double teaming Schuler, someone's got to be free. There's the advantage over the top. That's lovely.
That is very nice. Great pass across to Noah Orchard.
And that's the risk when you decide to double team. One of the big dangers, you leave someone open. That's just lovely ball movement. Advantage back out to 3. Canterbury. In the hands of Ben Morrison. Here comes Millington. 17.
Nice move. Nice move. Mogath, very good. Spinning away from his strong hand.
15 on the shot clock. There you see it counting down in red. They come back to O'Neill. Goes across. He got a lane.
Oh,
yes, he has.
Jonty Moore puts the ball straight over Hitchfield's head. Too slow to get his arms up.
So, needed. Crowd. People there probably discussing a few tactics. Maybe they should do this. Maybe they should make a change. A change has been made as they bring Ben Morrison out of the pool to Canterbury. Tauranga moving forward through Teo Boss. Back to Schuler. What a handful he's been. Moore trying to handle him.
And he's out. I'm sure he could shoot this. Chose not to.
Well, they've done well. Their ball movement has been good at exploiting, and that's why. Just cutting straight to the hole.
Oh, that was a great vision by Noah Orchard to give Teo Boss, the big man on the post, the ball.
Nice and easy, and the advantage just like that's back at 3.
Game's come alive now.
But Tauranga, though, not panicking. When
No.
Crowd comes back in. They've just got enough of that buffer at the moment that they've still got that nice calmness. They know that at a 3-goal advantage, they can control things. And when they have conceded, they've been able to get back and straight away get the advantage back to 3. It just looks like Canterbury's having to work a lot harder for their opportunities. Kurt, is that what you're seeing with your expert eye?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Tauranga having to work a lot harder.
So just on 2 to go, third quarter.
So, Canterbury have to work a lot harder, on the offensive end.
This ball movement from Tauranga, so calm, great vision. There's another one.
Another pass by Noah Orchard.
And another one where basically the guy's just driving into that centre forward position and is unmarked.
Yeah, he's got the front water as he comes in. If the ball goes down to the deep wing, as it has done on the last 2 attacks, he can get a dry pass in, and it's extremely high percentage.
And unsurprising that Matt Bryant just wants to chat about this one with 1:52 left in the third quarter, because at the moment they're really only just sort of keeping pace to a degree, and Tauranga just appear to be able to. Well, it's just that calmness. You talk about those key players. Schuler so prominent when he gets down into that low area. He's got bodies on him who are having to work very hard to try and deny him the ball. We've seen the impressiveness of Boss, the lovely passing. Orchard starting to come into play as well.
Yeah,
Millington.
Absolutely. As soon as just Louis Schuler draws 2 athletes, somebody else finds the space, and they're empowered to take those decisions.
So of the team that went to Kuwait, how many of them are we watching in action here?
Only
at
Louis.
The moment, only Louis. Canterbury in a big hole. Millington just comes forward and slows things down. At the moment, Tauranga really controlling. Trying to establish position, looking to turn. But Schuler is trying to defending.
Oh, good field block, Schuler.
And away they come again. Tauranga just very relaxed. 90 seconds to go. There seems to be no wasted movement with Tauranga. Attacking or defence, drawing those foul. There's another nice entry. There's another one. Millington.
Absolutely.
Again, establish that position. It's the old classic too big, too strong.
Yeah. Well, in Max's case, he's not a big man, but he's fast. He's got nice hand speed, moves the ball well, nice soft hands, can finish the job.
5-goal advantage. Just 70 seconds left in this third quarter. And just the volume is just lessened significantly. It's a shot off the post. It's tough at Canterbury. That one would have been needed. Just give them a little bit of something to work towards heading into the final quarter. Jelly Park Sports and Recreation Centre, Burnside, Christchurch, final day of the New Zealand Water Polo 18 and under national championships. The women have been crowned and it's Harbour.
Offensive foul.
Tauranga currently in a great position. Players,
they're quick back though.
they are. I mean, stopping things again. And anytime Canterbury look to try and maybe gain some level of momentum, it's just taken away from them. There's Schuler. Goes to Rochford, trying to get that entry in. Oh, that's just unfortunate. Established the great position.
And he got the shot off with 2 defenders.
Beat the keeper, rattled the upright, rattled the crossbar, back in the keeper's hands. So Tauranga, one last shot if they want to take it. Quite happy maybe to eat up some time. And there's that shot from Schuler, just unleashes into the third quarter. And a really good one for Tauranga, who have extended their advantage to 5 goals, 8-3, 6 minutes left. Well, if you're Matt Bryant, Canterbury coach, down by 5, 6 minutes, yes, it's a stop clock situation, but how do you approach it?
You got to go to risk. At 5 goals down, after 2 minutes, you're not going to get any more. You're not going to have enough time. So you've got 2 minutes to, if you want to keep playing the same way. For me, I'd probably change the defensive pattern, move to a more a zone to protect Schuler or Millington at centre forward and split the lanes to try and get a counter-attack at the other end.
On attack, though, do you have to go, right, okay, shot clock says 30, but we actually need to be trying to score inside of 15. Do you need to go up tempo in that regard?
No, not yet, because you can still work for the exclusion.
Okay.
So a little bit early. Don't get me wrong, as this game runs away.
I'm just asking. You're the expert. I'm just asking. This
absolutely.
is me just spitballing as someone who's learnt so much already today about this fantastic sport of yours.
They've got probably 2 minutes to be able to peg 1 or 2 back from the same structured play that they're used to and what they want to play or what they've practiced. And then beyond that, they're going to have to take some high risk. There will be a time where Matt will just send an athlete down the other end and play man down defence. But Tauranga should cover that.
Tauranga is 6 minutes away from the national title in the 18 and unders. We do have to stress, again, some of these athletes that you're seeing, while it is 18 or less, got 15, 16-year-olds involved here. The talent pool that is coming through in New Zealand Water Polo, very good. We've already heard talk about the team that went to Kuwait, the women's team. Sad decision that had to be made. Unfortunately, a decision facing a lot of the teams at the moment, or national sporting bodies, unable to send the team away to try and qualify for the Olympics.
One of the biggest disappointment for this age group is that we had a World Championships for under 18s this year, and of course due to COVID we were unable to send our athletes. So we've got lots of players here that were in contention for those teams. Well,
the plus side is the fact that, as you've alluded to on several occasions throughout our broadcast this afternoon, Kurt, you've got them back in the water.
Absolutely.
They're playing a national championship, and yeah, it's not a world championship, but little things like this.
Absolutely.
So much to these athletes, to any athletes across all sports. There's a shot, and that one rebounds out. Yeah, Tauranga got the first one in the final quarter. They've got plenty of nails already in the coffin, but that probably would have been the last one.
Yeah, good work on the side by Rochford.
Need to convert, looking to try a move there. Foul called. Going back to Ben Morrison. Jonty Moore.
Good coverage, good defensive coverage on this post.
Saw what Kurt was talking there. There was a little bit of a hole, you could see it, but then the movement from that player, like left wing, left back, just sliding across and helping the goalie out.
Oh, good pass.
Crossover.
Unlucky.
Just a bit high, otherwise Sam Jones would have had an opportunity there. Tauranga, nice and calm. No, they've got this one under control at the moment. Just got to play smart. Moving there is Joseph Cook. They've drawn the exclusion.
Yeah, David Cooper's called a timeout on the man up.
So
Good time to call that. Leading comfortably. Nice. Calm down. David Cooper's an international referee.
I was about to say, do you really want them to be any calmer than what they are? They might sink to the bottom of the pool. They seem very relaxed, very in control at the moment.
Yeah, they do. They do. They're ticking all the boxes, that's for sure.
David Cooper.
He's a FINA referee.
Yeah. Well, New Zealand's got such a great history in that regard as well. You think of the two names that spring to my mind are obviously probably Jeff and Steve Knights.
Yes, yeah.
Clear ones. So
both have refed at the Olympics. We've got quite a few that have refereed at the Olympics. John Waldo was scheduled to go to Tokyo and still is as a neutral referee.
There has been involvement. It's always been great having those referees there. We want to see a team. We want to see the black. We want to see the black speedos. The whichever colour head. Yeah, the silver. What is it? We wear silver or black for the national team? Is it?
We wear black and white.
That's what we like. Let's get that to the Olympic Games.
With the flag and the fern.
More of that would be great. That would be great to see. And as you are seeing right here now on Sky Sport Next, the talent is there. Tauranga just looking. Great goal.
Teo boss.
There's that cannon. 9-3.
Yeah.
This one's done and dusted. You just cannot see Canterbury coming back.
No.
They can start tying the blue ribbons onto the trophy. 4:20 to go. Canterbury, can they just maybe salvage a bit of pride? Let's just see if they can just pick up a couple of goals, get the scoreline looking a little bit respectable, although at the moment, if you are just joining us on Sky Sport Next, the scoreline is a very accurate reflection of the final. Tauranga have dominated. Canterbury really haven't had a chance. There's another opportunity with great defence from Tauranga.
Yeah, good
straight
crash.
Away onto attack, and you see the speed that we've heard Kurt talk about as they make their way back up the pool. And Jack Hitchfield has just been nice and calm and controlling, very rarely challenged, just sets the attack alight. 14 left on the shot clock. Moving in. Big shot.
Good block by Darius Porter.
Now Ben Morrison leading it out for Canterbury, flicks it away to Jonty Moore. Whilst they will be disappointed in this end result, overall will Canterbury be pleased with their campaign?
Outstanding shot. Jonty Moore, long corner, nice fake. Very deceptive in his release. Didn't throw the ball as hard as he could, but positioned it beautifully into that top right-hand goalkeeper corner.
Well, it's back now to a 5-goal advantage.
Yes, I think Canterbury will be happy. Or they'll have the disappointment of not winning their last match.
Tauranga, they continue to work.
But have picked up that, they're going to go home with some silverware.
We've got an exclusion, so it's another 6 on 5, and Tauranga has been so good at converting on this. Good block. Put away. Go back to Shula. Jeez, that's a
didn't even see
shot from Boss. Inside, good save, Porter. Looking for the outlet and finds it. 2.5 to go. Tauranga really have this one in the bag. Is there an exclusion? Yes, there is. So Angus Porter heads to the corner. 10 seconds left with the man up. Shot, saved by Hitchfield.
Can't get it to the goal.
This is just a really good performance by Tauranga in all aspects. really what we're seeing. Canterbury, there's a shot.
Got that one.
Drilled in there by Pat O'Neill. 9-5, 4-goal advantage. Tauranga back as the clock stops. We're away again, change for Canterbury as you see the athlete coming out of the far side of the pool. There's Boss. Millington in centre forward trying to establish position. Working in comes Orchard. Over the top. Hands in there. Canterbury have managed to get that one away through O'Neill. That's Pat O'Neill. Just 90 seconds left, less than 90 seconds left. Tauranga, 4 goals up.
Good entry pass.
Good save.
Yeah, may have taken a deflection along the way.
It was Jonty Moore with another shot. Tauranga now eat up as much of the 30 seconds if they want. Even go and just dump it out when it gets down low. There's Schuler, who's been very good. That's a great entry pass off the crossbar.
Yeah, great pass by Schuler into Millington. Combination's very good.
Go to the timeout has been called here by
Canterbury.
Matt Bryant. It's got the whiteboard out. I'm going to draw up a play. So 9-5. The crowd sort of start thinking, right, get back to work or. But they will have been thoroughly entertained. We've seen 4 very good games of water polo. We do just have to remind you that there will be more of this to come on Sky Sport Next in November when the Premier League starts. All the top talent from New Zealand across both genders and across the ages as well. Mixed teams. Sorry, I mean in terms of, I shouldn't say mixed teams, in terms of the ages mixed. So you'll see some of these junior players playing with the senior players.
Many club players playing against their club players.
That's always a bit of fun, isn't it?
It is indeed.
There's a shot.
That was the right play by Matt Bryant to call. Quick shot. Unfortunately, couldn't get it past.
You're surprised that he called it, though, with 42 left, and maybe not called it with maybe 2:42 or 1:42 left, that sort of thing. Well, it's been a very good performance by Tauranga, and they will walk away as deserved champions. They really have been a class above in all aspects in the final. They work to this left-hand side now.
Yeah, 3 on the shot clock.
It's going to dump that one off, are they? That's what they're going to do. Just a couple of seconds left.
3 seconds in the game.
And take the long shot. I think it may have gone in.
No, it didn't go in.
But the game is over. And Tauranga celebrate. They win the 18 and under men's national championship. And the coaches, management, they're in there as well celebrating. Disappointment for the home side, but when they sit back and get an opportunity to watch this game again, they will see that Tauranga were just so good, so efficient, so effective in all areas. They really just gave Canterbury very little air to breathe in this game.
Oh, they did indeed. They were strong defensively and certainly more powerful on the 6-5. They drew more exclusions than Canterbury, so they had more opportunities. And Teo Boss, outstanding shooting.
Rightfully, they are pretty fired up. So from your point of view now, I mean, do you select continue to select squads, or are those training squads already done, or national sides? What do you do in that situation?
So I was primarily down here to assess some athletes and have a look, see if there's any up-and-comers. We found some, which is pretty good.
You should see the smile on his face. Big grin from ear to ear. I think he's found more than one or two.
Yeah, no, we've got plenty of good athletes. It's unfortunate that this group of athletes have to go up and play against some other older athletes.
We're going to let Kurt Goldsworthy go, and I thank Kurt very much for his outstanding knowledge. As I said, he is the high-performance manager for New Zealand Water Polo. He'll be going across to do an interview for us to complete our coverage here today. I have to say thank you as well to Matt and the outstanding team from Digital Masters for the coverage that they have helped provide. As we get set for Kurt Goldsworthy just to get himself into position, ask a couple of questions, and we'll be speaking with a member of the National Championship winning Tauranga squad very shortly. Let's go over to Kurt right now. He's there.
I have Louis Schuler here with me. Victorious today.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was,
I have Louis Schuler here with me today. Great final. What does that mean to you guys?
I think it means a lot for us boys. We came into this tournament with a couple injuries. We had one of our boys out, one of our star players, and to come out today and put on a performance like that is just amazing. Much love to those boys.
Yeah, well done. It's been a really disruptive year. How good is it to be playing polo again?
Kind of sick of training. It was so good to get in and finally get those tournaments out, play those games, get our minutes up. Yeah, it was amazing.
And for you, I know you've missed out on a World Youth Championship this year due to COVID. What's next for you?
Obviously, we've got that Premier League coming up. Real excited to get in and play with those under-20 boys. Give it a good crack against some of those finer men. Give them a good shot, run for their money.
Excellent. Thank you, Louis. Well done today.
Cheers.
Well, I suspect based on what we have seen today that Louis Schuler will most definitely give them a very good run for the money. And we do have to say thank you very much to Kurt Goldsworthy for his outstanding analysis. A very well run tournament again by New Zealand Water Polo. In fact, Kurt's just come back on. I might just get him to throw the headgear back on. We'll just do one final wrap before we throw and finish as we look at the wash up here, Kurt. So we've seen Harbour crowned the women's champion. We've seen Tauranga crowned as the men's champion. Tournament done and dusted overall. Again, pleased with what you have seen today in those final games and the medal games as well, which tells you another story about the athletes you're trying to assess.
Oh, it does indeed. The mentality of the athletes, as we pointed out in that game there, and even the girls' final, the North Harbour girls, patient, strong, knew what they had to do, knew it would be a tough battle, but fought through it, stuck to their game plan, minimised the other team's strengths, and capitalised on your opportunities. Tauranga, pretty clinical in that performance. So, pretty outstanding effort.
How excited are you about the National League? We've been talking about it a lot. That now becomes, I guess, the focus again. How excited, which we will see here on Sky Sport Next.
We've got one more championship between now and then. We've got our National Senior Interclub Championship coming up, Labour Weekend. That will be another level again up. That will be bringing in all the clubs from around the country and all the senior players. And then straight after that into our Premier League. To get our high-performance athletes and our top athletes all playing in something new that we've never done, and that's really exciting for us.
Kurt, greatly appreciate your knowledge, your insight, your interviews you've provided for us on our coverage here today. My thanks to Matt and his team from Digital Masters for their outstanding work that they have provided here, his camera staff, Matt doing the production work. Greatly appreciated. We hope you have enjoyed this coverage of the New Zealand 18 and under National Water Polo Championships from Jelly Park Recreational Sports Centre in Burnside, Christchurch. On behalf of the team that has brought you the coverage, this is Nigel Yolden wishing you a very good afternoon.